I just have under agenda review, if you could add sonic wall upgrade.
An upgrade?
Sonic wall upgrade,
Sonic
yeah.
wall. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I privilege of the floor? No, not. Approval of the minutes, who would like to do that? Any changes to the minutes, anybody see any errors or anything?
I'll be texting everything all around. Thanks. So moved.
Seconded?
Second.
Okay, I did, perfect, so, all right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstaining?
Oh, I wasn't, yes.
Abstaining? Okay. You weren't here either? Okay, so we're two abstentions, okay, great. Student report, student. Principal report, Mr. Parsons.
Madam Chair, I got a few things to go at you with, so bear with me, please. We had a very, very successful prom Saturday night for the seniors. We had approximately 150 seniors down at the Marriott. They were stellar. It's always nice when the Concord police said he'd never seen a group of more polite kids. A lot of kids left early, whatever, but they were dressed to the nines and extremely well behaved. They wore their masks the entire time throughout while they were dancing, and the meal was delicious. And kudos to Janice and crew. They were down there early decorating. The place looked fantastic. But the kids had a great time. That's number one event down, with many more to come. Thursday, in cooperation, Andrew and I are giving the Underclass Awards virtually, just the both of us in the auditorium together. It should be interesting. Program's all done. The awards will be given out. I'll announce them and people can watch them live, I think the following week. But I will I'm sending letters home to the parents on that, and they'll pick up their plaques. They'll be gotten in school. Last year, if you remember, they got their plaque when they dropped their books off, because we never saw the kids after March. So the plaques will be done before the kids get out on June 8th. So that's on Thursday. Tomorrow, it's always a fun day. Gloria and company, Gloria Rainwater, she's in charge of the scholarship piece. A lot of work goes into that. We had a number of seniors apply for that. Well, tomorrow, I've always appointed a number of teachers who know the kids, seniors well, represented all the different departments, and we will recommend the number of scholarships that the high school gets to nominate. I run that meeting pretty strict in here. Robert's Rules of Order, with subscribers, you'd be proud of how that's run. So we'll be doing that. We did make a decision in collaboration with my administration and with Kyler and myself for the senior awards. They will take place on June 1st. We have a board meeting that night?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's the regular scheduled in their calendar. I moved it up from 5:30 to 5 to accommodate the TV because they're going to live stream it. So it'll be in the gymnasium. I'm not worried about the numbers. Overflow can go into the auditorium. There's approximately 85 students, and where I can socially distance them on the floor of the gym, and there shouldn't be a problem with parents coming in. They will have both the auditorium and the gym. The one major change that we've made is I'll be giving out all the awards, all the scholarships. Jimmy will do the athletics, and I will do the academics, so it will just flow. We will not have appetizers that we generally do. We figured we'd need to stay away from that piece. But it should go pretty smooth, and Andrew will be filming because he has to be at an event at 7 o'clock. So that's why we had to bump it up to half hour. Friday, we'll be putting the finishing touches on graduation. I have a major meeting here with all the powers to be, the police, Kyla, TV, John, company, Todd, who plays a major role in graduation. Putting the details out in the back. Robert Cormier from the building operations next door. Kids will be on the field. We'll be able to social distance them 6 feet apart. And when they come up to the stage, we will be taking the picture with Lisa, and they will be unmasked when they come across that stage, and real quick to get their diploma and a picture from on their way. They'll be housed down in the vocational area and come out like we do for football games, and there'll be plenty of seating, open space with blankets and chairs. One of our biggest concerns, and we'll be handling the handicap, and we'll work those details out on Friday. We feel we have enough for the parking. Handicap will come in from Merrill Street. Everybody else will come in from Highland. Teachers and students will park at the elementary school, which will leave an abundant amount of parking spots for the guests, not only out front, but also in the faculty spot there. I will start promptly at 9 and hopefully be done by 10:15 or 10:30 at the latest. Rain date will be on the 5th, on the Sunday, same time. Students will practice, the seniors will come in on the Friday the 4th. We'll run the graduate. That'll take a little longer because this is brand new to us on how it works out. Janice will have to work out the seating arrangements when they come in. We'll be doing the same though. We've already gone to print on the graduation programs. The seniors have nominated their 4 ushers and their 2 marshals. We'll be working diligently that day. And to accommodate the practice, this year's finals, we're going to do a delayed opening. We've done this in the past. We've either gone at 7:30 and released them at 1, which was always a problem because the kids ended up downtown too early, and plus the kids that are still in sports were hanging around. So we're going to do a delayed opening, and the finals will start at 9:30. Finals will take them from 9:30 to 2:15. So that'll take care of that problem. I won't have any makeups, because keep in mind on Friday, we do have finals, and Will got as close to 90 kids that participate in graduation, and I'd have to make all those finals up on that particular. So this avoids that particular issue on that piece. The 24th, we've done this in the past. Well, we took a year off yesterday, but Lynn Sanborn and her advanced computer graphics class and her graphics art class, they do a collaborative art show with Plymouth Elementary with the kindergarten students. It really is a hoot to see. The kids take pictures of each other's and then they share them. Well, that will take place on the 24th at 9:30 to 10:15, right in front of, that little park area where Kenny Sutherland's bench is, and other area right in there. The kids will take place there. So if you're around from 9:30 to 10:15, both the high school, the kids that are participating in the program, and the kindergarten students will be out there. It really is a hoot to see. And this is some of the pictures. I'll let you pass it around on that piece.
They interview each other
Yeah.
and then create a portrait, and then the high school kids present the portrait of the kindergarten student to the parents. So it's really good.
I am looking for a approval from the board, because it comes quick. But we would like to, for next year, participate in unified soccer. We have a unified basketball team. We've been asked to put together a unified soccer team. Next year will not be a cost. It'll be covered by the programs, the Special Olympics programs. But the following year, I will be putting it in the budget for a coach, for a uniform, just like I do for the regular sports. And that position will probably be negotiated when you do negotiations on that piece. But next year, I would like to run it because, the first year, and again, there is no cost for next year. That's being covered by the unified program. But The proposal starts in the fall of 21-22. It's just like unified basketball, supported both the NHIA and Special Olympics. Danae Delfonse will be our head coach. Yi Wang will be our assistant coach. Then we have a ton of volunteers that coach for free to start the program. Their Special Olympics is providing the funding support at the end of the year, and they're going to use that money to purchase uniforms and equipment for the new team. And obviously our unified program has grown. They offer unified programs, let's see off the top of my head, in volleyball, track, basketball, and soccer. So we've only participated in basketball, so this will be a first for us in soccer. So I will be looking for a motion from somebody to approve that piece.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
About that? The kids who participate in that, do they also often participate in that same sport at the regular level, or that is their sport?
That's their sport. That will be their sport that they commit. So if they commit to unified soccer, they won't be playing boys soccer or girls soccer.
Got it.
That's a great question. Correct. Yep, great question.
Yeah.
Bruce, is that a modified field or they play the full field?
That's a modified field.
Okay.
And the rules are completely different. You have to have so many partners and so many players. Oh, it's very similar to the basketball.
Yeah.
Danae knows it extremely well.
Yeah.
Yes, Sam?
So the cost for the first year will be covered, that includes the uniform cost for the first year?
Yes.
So in terms of cost, that'll be on the regular 5-year cycle for uniforms then?
Yes, well, they're usually just a t-shirt and a shorts.
Gotcha.
Sam?
Okay.
Yeah, but it will be a position, I think, the unified coach for basketball is in the contract for the coaches, I'm almost sure of it. So that will come at you the following year.
Right, percentage.
Yes,
of what's
correct,
salary.
absolutely.
Okay, all right, so coming from principal, motion, nominate, motion.
Motion to support unified soccer.
Start unified soccer team here in the fall.
So moved.
All those, okay, yes, seconded,
Yeah.
Bill, all
Yeah.
those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining.
And finally, I have a little list here. The student handbook is getting ready to go to print. These are minor changes, please bear with me. They would have gone to the policy and budget, and they're the following. I would like your approval, changing some of the graduation requirements. One thing in graduation requirement that I need approval on is we will no longer be offering half a credit for freshman seminar. We don't offer that now, and it's something you've approved before, but I want to take it out of the handbook. It's in the handbook that we do give a half a credit for freshman seminar. We want to take that piece out. I also want to take out the courses Intro to Theater, Acting 1, and Tech Theater 1. We don't offer those courses, and that they were in there before because they met the art requirement. So they're not in there. I'm just taking the wording out from them. National Honor Society. The wording that I'm taking out says to be eligible, a candidate must have at least an 88 in an unweighted GPA. Obviously, we have weighted grades now, so that's the reason I want to take that piece out. And the wording would be the candidate must have earned a cumulative weighted GPA of at least of an 88. That covers the weighted grade piece. Fire alarms and defibrillators are lumped together right now in the student handbook. We need to separate those because the discipline for violating those is different. In the past, we had, to give you an example, we only had one defibrillator out here, and that was right in front of the gym, and it was alarmed. And if you went anywhere near it and opened it, we got the entire police force and the fire department up here. And the sign clearly says, don't touch or whatever, suspension or whatever, you're going to be sent down to Attica. And the kids that got caught with doing, they don't realize, well, if you just look right up there, there's a camera there. Okay, well, I didn't touch it. Well, really, come and look at the film. Okay, so, but long story short, And it was from a school board meeting from Ashland that I entertained here. And I took them on a tour, and one of the members, which was great, says, "I love your defibrillator in front of the gym," as far as, "but what do you do in the north wing if I go down?" I said, "That's a great question. You know what? I don't know. I'm gonna have to run up real quick and get down there." So we put them all throughout the building, but they're not alarmed, okay? So we needed to change the language on that. So that, so that any student found responsible for opening or in any way falsifying an emergency activation may be suspended for a period of 2 to 5 days and will make full restitution for costs up to $300. So we separate the defibrillator from the fire alarm, because obviously pulling a fire alarm is much more serious than opening the defibrillator. And finally, the other piece, and you've already approved it. Photographer. We no longer use McGrath, we use Lifetouch, so that's just the company I use for the wording changing. And finally, I put the student assistant coordinator, the job description. It is very similar to the crisis counsel that we have now, the social worker we have now. Pretty much the same, but we changed the title. It's called the student assistant coordinator. And the last piece is that you approve for the faculty. Was that Title IX, the new policy? It needs to go in the handbook too. I need your approval. You already approved it for faculty handbook. I need for the approval to go in the student handbook. That's it, Madam Chair.
Okay.
And I need a motion for those changes.
I'll make a motion to approve the changes that were articulated by our wonderful principal.
All those in favor? Aye.
Okay, Janice, tell Veronica to print.
Abstain.
And I'm almost done. Courtesy of Mr. Austin and Company, we got the schedules out. We got the schedules out to the kids, to the teachers. Kids are making their changes now. The numbers were ideal. I'm waiting for the kids to make their final changes, and I'll come back to the appropriate committee and share you those numbers. But we were able to run, every course that we wanted to put forth. And tomorrow, Kyla has her SAC meeting here, and I will personally give their principals their 8th grade schedules. We're anticipating an enrollment of approximately 650 kids, which will be good. And the seniors will go back to carrying 5.5 credits, the other kids 6, and coming and going out the door, we'll talk about it in the future. And I did have nice news. I got an email from U.S. News and Report. Plymouth Regional High School was number 16 in the state for best high school to be at. And that's judged on graduation, it's judged on SAT, it's judged on AP participation. So
Out of how many?
out of 89 schools. So, not bad,
Thank you.
not bad. Thank you.
Also to add on to that, that's huge, but I was at the School Library Media Association and Plymouth High School won the virtual library.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
forgot to announce that. Amelia Fleck got that.
Awesome.
Amelia Fleck got that award. I forgot to tell you that. And Ashley Loftenberg is up for Teacher of the Year too.
Wow.
Yes,
Repeat.
yep, for PE.
I have one question for you about graduation, if that's okay. Are you limiting the number of guests here, or anybody can come because it's outside?
Woodstock, wide open.
It's wide open.
Bring your guitar, because I'm singing. I am singing.
We are asking parents or families to carpool if they can, just because I think the parking will fill up rather quickly.
Great, okay. Teaching and learning, next meeting June 5th. No, we're canceling those.
So I would like to, I can jump down into that in the
Okay, yeah, we got to
discussion.
to
Yeah.
board meetings.
Do you want me to just start with the discussion at the COVID updates?
Sure, no, that.
At some point, I can take that off the agenda, but right now. Just a couple of updates. The NHIA rolled back their masking requirement on playing sports during active play. I just wanted to notify you, you have always approved the NHIA recommendations, so I don't have to wait till a board meeting to implement the change. So we are implementing that change. The one piece to note is that if another school has more strict requirements, we will still play them with their requirements just till the end of the year. I think it's the right thing to do at this point. But our kids will be playing without masks during play. And then I think they have to wear them on the sidelines.
They have to wear them on the
It's the
sideline.
same as the fall, whatever we did in the fall. The other piece is we're trying to be a little bit more flexible with masking during graduation possibly, and it's going to stay the same for the most part, but if kids are 6 feet apart, they can take their masks off. They may have to walk in with them, but they may be able to walk across the stage without it, the picture and stuff like that. So we just want to inform you. All the details aren't worked out yet, but we are trying to make it as close to normal as we possibly can. The last piece is we had a vaccine clinic on Monday. When was that? Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah. We did all
You're busy.
8 schools the past few days, but they approved 12 and up, so the Pfizer vaccine was given. The Public Health Network ran the clinic. We had close to 100 students receive their first dose of Pfizer vaccine here. So it was pretty quick. It was very discreet. It was in and out, parent choice, written parent permission. They brought in their whole team. They did a great job. So that's something that we had. The second dose will be before the end of
June
school.
11th.
June
I
11th,
think
yeah.
it's June 11th.
Yeah. So some kids might have to come back and get it, but it's just an option for parents. That's all I had on COVID pieces. Do you have any questions on updates or anything? We are keeping all the other mitigation strategies in place since we have a few weeks left instead of changing it up and confusing folks. So, for June board meetings, I'd like to not have a committee meeting. Instead, have our regular board meeting on the 1st, and then just hold on the 15th. I may or may not need to meet with you for a regular board meeting on the 15th, but just hold that for right now. That would be a full board meeting.
Carla, can I ask, you don't have to, but could you start at 4:30 so I can at least be a half hour? Because I have the awards that night. It starts at 5.
June 1st at 4:30.
If they could, then I could do my stuff and.
Is that
That okay for everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we can do that.
4:30 on
Probably
June?
works out better for me.
Yeah, me too. June 1st at 4:30, good.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, other business?
Let's
Oh,
see.
yeah, you wanted to do that, Sonic.
Oh, just the Sonic Wall update. So, I'm going to read this to you because it's almost like a foreign language. So John Francis oversees you can interpret for me. John Francis oversees the infrastructure of our technology. So the Sonic Wall, I'm going to read it, and hopefully it makes sense. The Sonic Wall is the correct size firewall for the 700-2000 users according to Sonic Wall. With the current Sonic Wall, the high school is processing all of the intra, subnet, and internet-bound traffic. It's unable to keep up with the traffic at the CPU level. So basically, we need to upgrade it now to keep up with the traffic. So I would like to ask for, we have it budgeted for next year, but we need to do it now. So I'm just asking for the authorization of the board to cut a purchase order of up to $41,000 for the Sonic upgrade to start now because it can't keep up with the load that we have.
And I have the money in the computer software line.
So it's too far to PO it out for next year?
Yeah.
You have to do that till June 15th,
They have to do
right?
it.
Okay, but you need it now, okay. So motion coming from the superintendent to address the Sonic Wall update issue. Who wants to make that motion? Sam, you look like you want to make that motion?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what
To approve, to approve the purchase order.
It's essentially just moving it forward because we can't wait till next year.
Correct.
So we're gonna spend the money now to get it done now correctly.
Yeah.
So I'll make that motion.
Okay, great. Second by Christie. All those in favor? Abstaining? Opposed? Abstaining? Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
All right, board member concerns? Anyone have any